One of the issues that elected officials pay lip service to is nuclear proliferation. And the idea is they all pretend to want to reduce the number of nuclear weapons that are out there and prevent the use of nuclear weapons, all of that stuff. I'm sure you've been hearing it for as long as you've been paying attention to politics. But it's not super straightforward. It's not just as straightforward as fewer weapons for all, because some countries, including the United States, already have a ton of nukes. Some other countries also have a lot of nukes. Many countries have no nukes whatsoever. So anytime that the United States takes a position on nukes, you have to understand the context and you have to know the geopolitics to really get it. So this gets us to Friday. And on Friday, Donald Trump's Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, announced that the United States is going to suspend the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty. This is a deal between the United States and, of course, Russia from 1987, which was signed by Reagan and Gorbachev. It eliminated a ton of land-based ballistic and cruise missiles and their launchers rather, with particular ranges. And the underpinnings of this entire elimination of the treaty are really Orwellian in nature. If you just casually heard about this, you would think, oh, there's a deal limiting the weapons that Russia can produce. So if we suspend the deal, now Russia is free to produce more weapons, as would be the United States. What the Trump administration says is that Russia has been ignoring the deal anyway for a long time, so that they're going to get tough on Russia by suspending the deal so that the United States can also now produce more of these weapons to be big and tough against Russia like Trump wants to be seen as being. Big deal, right? We're not going to let Russia win on this one, so we're going to suspend the deal. And now Russia has 180 days to return to compliance or the deal goes entirely dead. Here are all the things that you have to understand about this because it's way more complex and insidious. First of all, remember who has nukes, right? We're putting up on the screen a list of nuclear warheads by country. And you'll see that both Russia and the United States have more than 6,000 each. France has 300 and China has 260. The UK has 215. Pakistan, India, Montenegro, North Korea, Israel have a range of numbers based on estimates. So as you can see, the United States and Russia already have way more nukes than would ever be needed to blow the world up many, many times over. So this isn't literally about, oh, Russia builds a little capacity, so we need to get out of the deal so that we can build a little more capacity. Because neither Russia nor the United States need any more capacity. This is optics. It's the possibility of using this for other purposes. What might those other purposes be of suspending this deal? Well, the United States has already said they'd be open to negotiations on this. They didn't say with who, except we know that it's a deal with Russia only. So that's the only other party that the United States would be negotiating with on this. So this could create a pretext for a much bigger negotiation with Russia about all sorts of stuff that would again be an opportunity for Trump to concede who knows what to Vladimir Putin. So then that gets us to evaluating the process here. Is it logical if what we really want is Russia to simply comply with the agreement? Would we go directly to suspending the deal? No. Much more logical would be before you say we're suspending the deal, you would threaten to increase sanctions on Russia, then you would increase sanctions on Russia, then you would threaten to drop the treaty, then you would actually announce that you're starting the 180-day period to end the treaty. But instead, we've seen the Trump administration simply say, we are going to drop the deal. We are also, by the way, they've been dropping sanctions on Russia as well. Now, they'll tell you, of course, oh, in some particular cases, we added some new sanctions. But those pale compared to the sanctions that have been dropped. So then we have to really question the goal here, because there's no downside for Russia if the United States backs out of the treaty. Yes, we can also now start to build more of these mid-range weapons. But who cares? We both already have thousands of nukes. And once you game this out fully, considering that we're skipping sanctions, the possible outcomes are this just means both sides keep scaling up, making nuclear war more likely mathematically, or Putin and Trump meet to, quote, negotiate, which is never good for us since Trump is such a disastrous negotiator. And in any case, it's all upside for Russia. It's absolutely pathetic. And a lot of people are completely missing the boat on this one. Viewers and listeners of the David Pakman Show with a dog or cat at home, you should check out one of our new sponsors called Pet Box, which is a subscription box that sends you premium treats and toys for your dog or cat every month. You can get 50% off your first box when you click the link under this video and use the coupon code Pakman. All you have to do is tell them what kind of pet you have. You tell them how big your pet is, and every month you'll get a new box filled with a variety of the latest and greatest high quality pet snacks and toys made mostly by small family owned businesses. It also makes a really great gift for someone else in your life who has a pet. I just got the dog box for Nemo the English Lab, my dad's dog, who my Instagram followers are maybe already acquainted with. Got a bunch of really cool stuff, including pterodactyl treats and a chew jerky type thing. You can tell I don't have a dog. Also a squeeze toy. And the coolest thing about Pet Box is that they give 10% of the proceeds to a nonprofit called Tender Loving Canines, which does really good things. Number one, they provide service dogs to people with autism. Number two, they provide service dogs for veterans who have PTSD. So your pet is getting an array of fun things to play with and snack on every month, but you're also contributing to a really good cause. And as I mentioned, you can get half off of that first box when you click the link underneath this video and use the coupon code PAKMAN. That's Pakman.